The construction and renovation of homes is simply not keeping pace with the demand. There is a growing pressure to build and renovate more homes in the same amount of time, which also puts pressure on developers, construction companies, and last but not least, installers to work faster and be more productive. Additionally, installers are also faced with a scarcity of skilled workers, and all those factors combined increase the need to find new ways of working.
Like many other companies, installers are struggling to recruit and retain skilled workers, which makes it critical for them to utilize the scarce resource as efficiently as possible. In combination with the need to increase their efficiency to deliver projects on time, this means that installers need to rethink their approach and to identify smarter ways of working. Traditionally, if installers needed a distribution board, the approach has been that they would source the necessary products from suppliers and then assemble the boards themselves. However, this is a very time-consuming process, more time-consuming than most people would think. While the assembly itself is relatively fast, the whole process from ordering the components to meeting the applicable regulations and providing the required documentation may take considerable time. In addition, this approach also carries potential risks that many people might not be aware of. Since the company that assembles the board is seen as the producer of that board and thus carries all the associated legal responsibilities and risks. Instead, installers can order a pre-assembled distribution board with out-of-the-box functionality, which saves them valuable time. In addition, Eaton ensures that the assembly complies with all applicable standards, which reduces the risk that the board provided by an installer are not compliant or lack proper documentation.
For installers, the process of assembling their own boards involves many time-consuming elements. Apart from assembling the boards, they need to take a lot of other steps into consideration, including the necessary configurations, calculations and documentations, the bill of material, how to handle the materials, as well as testing, labeling and waste disposal. Additionally, installers are often lose time if they have to wait for missing products to complete a project. Sometimes a single missing component can derail the delivery time for an entire project. With pre-wired boards, installers only have to order one item, which they can then install right after it is delivered. The risk and consequences can be considerable and are often underestimated. According to the IEC 61439 standard, the company that assembles the distribution board and the electrical components is considered to be the manufacturer of that assembly and takes full responsibility, including for the mandatory documentation. With pre-wired distribution boards, however, this responsibility lies with the manufacturer. This also gives installers peace of mind, given that the manufacturer ensures compliance with the applicable norms and standards, including all the necessary documentation. Standards are updated on a regular basis. Not only the IEC EN standards, but also local wiring rules are subjected to frequent changes. And it's really a challenge for installers to stay on top of these changes and to understand their full practical impact in terms of assembly and documentation. Having a reliable partner in the background that takes care of these things and enables electricians to focus on their main goal, earning money by finishing the job, thus reduces the risks for installers.
Indeed, there are also a number of environmental benefits. With pre-wired boards, there's less packaging and thus less waste. One box rather than many. The same goes for manuals, which means less paper and cardboard, which in turn means fewer CO2 emissions. As such, the environmental footprint of pre-wired boards is smaller compared to the traditional approach. For installers, this also offers the added benefit that there is less waste to dispose of.
Given the increasing pressure to deliver more projects in less time, it makes sense for installers to constantly challenge the way they are working, to improve their processes and to come up with smarter ways of utilizing their workforce. This includes questioning conventional ways of doing things and examining new options for increasing their efficiency and reducing the risks. For many installer companies, using pre-wired boards might represent exactly that kind of new approach. I would recommend that they try it out and experience the benefits for themselves to see whether this option enables them to increase their efficiency and reduce their risks.